who've come out growling in the postseason. Berwick and Honesdale kick off our postseason coverage. The WYOU High School Football Game of the Week. Yes.
WYOU Sports presents the High School Game of the Week. Today, the District 2 AAA semifinal game featuring the Honesdale Hornets and the Berwick Bulldogs.
There is always a playoff atmosphere here at Crispin Field in Berwick, where this afternoon another capacity crowd is expected as Berwick gets set to bang heads with Honesdale in the District 2 semifinals. Hi again, everybody. John Nugent along with Jason Knapp welcoming you to the postseason edition of the High School Football Game of the Week. You can draw any analogy you want for this ball game here this afternoon. David versus Goliath, maybe Navy versus Notre Dame, or even the Buffalo Bills versus the Dallas Cowboys. But this thing is for certain. If you have Taryn Ash on your team, you stand a chance of winning.
Now, Honesdale definitely has a chance with the most prolific running back in Pennsylvania high school football history. The stats amazing. Almost 7,700 yards in his outstanding career. Sophomore season, 2,700 yards there. This season, he's a little bit off. I mean, you say that, only about 1,500 yards. He can do it all, but for Honesdale today, they're going to have some other success offensively, possibly with quarterback Brian Gillow throwing the football to get Berwick from solely king on Taryn Ash.
Berwick, on the other hand, a multifaceted football team, just so many weapons on offense.
Yeah, the Berwick multiple formation could give the Hornets defense fits today. David Robbins has had a good comeback after a tough outing in the Bulldogs' lone loss against Williamsport. Picked off 4 times in that ball game. He's come back throwing his passes now at a 60 to 70% clip. And Ross Stoico, what else can you say about this guy? Just your workhorse running back. Average game last week, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns to round out the season against Lee Heighton. The Bulldogs can do a lot with the football.
And the winner of today's game will play North Pocono next Saturday for the championship. It's our high school football game of the week. The opening kickoff is next.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers. Franklin First. When it comes to banking, see Franklin first. The Geisinger Health Plan. And Ask Me, Council 13.
The #1 truck in America gets even better in 1995. Bad to the bone. The Ford F-Series, the #1 truck for 17 straight years, has more repeat buyers. Plus, F-Series has a driver's side airbag standard. And F-Series has more styles and models to choose from. That's why there are more F-Series still on the road than any other make. Bad to the bone. For $229 per month, the F-150 is a lot of truck at your Quality Plus Ford dealer, the truck authority.
Sometimes life can get complicated. You begin to lose confidence, and the things you treasure most become heavy burdens to shoulder. In times like these, there's no better resource than a trustworthy and prudent friend.
At Franklin First, our loan officers are ready to help you with personal loans, mortgages, refinancing, and home equity lines. Restore confidence. See Franklin First.
Should make arrangements for the catheterization to be done at Geisinger, and shortly thereafter we need to plan for surgery as well.
We've talked to the patient. It works well for his schedule. We'll have Marie go over all the details of his care.
We'll have the cardiac rehabilitation nurses see him while he's here in the hospital.
It'll be important that you work on his risk factors because he has lots of them.
What we'll do is arrange for having cardiac rehab up in Wilkes-Barre.
I'll be glad to follow him up in the office. We'll see if we can maintain some of the gains.
More than 21,000 children in Lackawanna County need service provided by your United Way. Grasp a hand in need. Call today to make your pledge and show you care.
For a complete wrap-up of all the weekend's games, watch Touchdown 22 Extra tonight.
High above Crispin Field in Berwick on a beautiful afternoon for football. Glad you could join us, everybody. John Nugent along with Jason Knapp and Andy Palumbo. Just perfect weather conditions, mostly sunny. It's much warmer than that 46 degrees right now. Winds are calm. The humidity is at 58%. Our referee this afternoon, Bob Spagna. Umpires Jim Fisher, head linesman Nick Bolick, line judge Jim Ziegler, our back judge Bob Evans, field judge is Ron Amos. Berwick Bulldogs won the coin toss, and as they so often do, they have deferred. This is a District 2 Class 3A semifinal. Ash and Carmody back deep to receive. Carmody fields it. He's at the 20. Up the middle and out to the 38-yard line, where Honesdale will have good field position. Let's set that offensive line for Honesdale this afternoon. Isley and Soden at the guards, through to the center, Yerkes and Deal at the tackles. In the backfield, junior quarterback Brian Gillow will call the plays. Jim Ludwig is the fullback, Taryn Ash the tail, Aaron Roach at the flanker, Eric Weber the split end, and Ron Sporer is the tight end. First down and 10 for Honesdale at their own 38. They'll come out in the power I. Ludwig, the fullback, over the 40 to the 41. Pick up a 3 on the play. Let's set the Berwick defense this afternoon. Henry and Kaufman at the tackles, Kishba at the guard. Brian Laubach is at one end, Brian Stanley at the other. In the middle, pair of good ones in Jason Canals and Percy Hayes. And in the secondary, Dave Keck, Mike Bennett, B.J. Hayes, and Jason Weaver. Second down and 7, again out of the power I. Gillow hands to Ash. Ash up the middle, just shy of the 45-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. We'll call it third down and 4.
First couple plays, Honesdale sticking with their traditional attack through the tackles. First with the fullback, then with Ash. To wait and see if they try to get Ash the football, try to work their way around and get him the football. This time, nothing fancy. Handoff to the second man through, and Ash has got some good size. She's able to pick up a couple on that play.
Third down and 4. Ash, trouble up the middle, maybe a yard, fourth down. Taryn Ash has been battling the flu earlier in the week, but Wednesday and Thursday had some very good practices. His coach, Bob McTiernan, says he was very quiet in practice this week. He feels that his senior tailback is focused for the job at hand this afternoon. Fourth down. Hornets will need about a yard for a first down.
If I'm Bob McTiernan, I go for it here. Why not? Set the tone, have confidence in your kids from the beginning of the game. You give the football up and put the pressure on your defense. Why not go for it here? Take a crack at it, less than a yard, and you've got an outstanding running back to give it to.
Set the tone early on for the rookie head coach. Taking over for Butch Keller here at Honesdale after 6 years as an assistant. Honesdale will go for it from their own 47-yard line. They split the backs. And a penalty flag on the play. Hornets come into this ball game coming off last week's victory over Old Forge, a 41-6 victory.
We have dead ball. Offense, line up in a neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, repeat the down.
And now the Hornets will have to punt it away. Ron Sporer at the 30-yard line to boot it away. Good snap. Low kick. Keck at the 25. Stutter step. Just shy of the 40. It's a 33-yard punt. Short return by Dave Keck. First time we'll take a look at Berwick this afternoon. Let's set the offensive line. Kishba and Henry at the guards. George is the center. Vinny Kishba one tackle, Denzel Hacker at the other. In the backfield, junior quarterback Dave Robbins, Jeremy Kishba, the good fullback, Ross Stoiko at halfback, B.J. Hayes, the flanker, Dave Keck, the split end, Brandon Hans is the tight end. First down and 10, ball at Berwick's 34-yard line. Stoiko, off tackle. Over to 35, out to the 37-yard line. Carmody on the tackle, Bob Spagna with the flag. Let's set the Honesdale defense. Brian and Giannetti at the tackles, Fritz the nose guard, Isley and Sporer at the ends. Linebackers, two good ones, Jim Ludwig and Will Soden. And in the secondary, it's Gillow, Carmody, Roach.
We have a face mask on the defense, 15 yards, the end of the run.
These are the kind of things that Honesdale cannot do this afternoon if they want to stay with Berwick. Already 20 yards in penalties. That was a face mask. Berwick Bulldogs coming into this ball game with a record of 9-1. They are averaging over 42 points per ball game. They are first and 10 at Honesdale's 47. Kishba up the gut, over the 40, still on his feet for the 36, and a first down.
Where's that number 99? You think of him along his defensive tackle position. Images of the fridge. William Perry come to mind.
6'2", 225.
Working at the fullback position for the Chicago Bears. Kishbaugh got some good speed for his size. Able to lug the leather up the middle, and look how many white jerseys it takes to bring him down, at least 5 or 6.
First down and 10. Stoico comes in motion. Robbins the roll and the kick. Robbins tackled at the 33. Pick up a 3 on the play. Second down, injured player at the 35. Looks like the middle linebacker, Will Soden. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Here comes Robbins through. And it looks like it was earlier in the play. Looks like Soden might have gotten blocked and dropped in that play. Again, Robbins with a good pickup. Had a good year throwing the football, also rushing it. 11 touchdowns through the air, 10 on the ground. When they get into the red zone, a lot of times they'll look to Robbins on the option keeper.
Honesdale not very deep. So they attend to the injured player at the 35. It appears to be Will Soden, the middle linebacker. Clock is stopped. 9 minutes to go, opening quarter. We are scoreless. Berwick's first possession. Will Soden, one of the leading tacklers on this team, still down at the 35. Great deal of concern right now. You know, we talked about the intangibles coming into this football game this afternoon. Honesdale playing out of the Suburban Conference. Maybe they get a couple of hundred fans during the course of one of their games. Here, you're dealing with maybe 8,000 fans, and they're not quite used to it. And right now, Will Soden is helped to his feet and helped off the field. It appears to be a right leg, right ankle, possibly the knee. We'll get a report from Andy Palumbo a little bit later on.
You see he's already got a brace on there, and that could be a re-injury to a knee. It looks like to be the joint that has been most affected by the hit he took in that last play. That's going to be a tough blow, not only the middle linebacker spot. Look over the offensive side of the football. Soden in there as the starting right guard.
Second down and 7 as we get back to action. Stoico lone setback, slot to the far side. Honesdale jumps, that'll be another 5. Just a little bit too eager in this opening couple of minutes.
Had the chance to check out some Berwick games early in the season.
Encroachment, defense, second down.
Robbins very, very good at throwing his cadence and drawing the opposing defensive line off to pick up yardage. Able to
now
work it.
Second down and 2. Ball at the 28 of Honesdale. Stoico lone setback. Right up the middle. He stopped. Ludwig, the middle linebacker, on the tackle. See where they'll spot it. Ross Stoico needs 120 yards here this afternoon. Number 34 does, to reach 1,000 for the season. Last player to do that here at Berwick, Joe Kowalski, back in 1989. Officials will bring the chains out on the field, and they will measure on this one. See big Josh George, the center, number 66, checking things out. Indicates to the bench that the Bulldogs need about 4 or 5 inches for a first down. Honesdale comes into this ball game with a 7-game winning streak. There you see Will Soden on the sidelines trying to get that brace off. It is a knee they're working on.
Looks to be in some serious pain working on that right knee.
Third down, about a half yard. Berwick comes out with a slot, far side. Another penalty flag. This time, Berwick. Brian Laubach, the tight end.
False start. Offense. Third down.
Brian Laubach, the tight end, jumping on that play. There you see Crispin Field here in Berwick. Gorgeous afternoon. Scott Butler aboard Chopper 22 providing us with those pictures this afternoon. 3rd down and 5. Berwick shifts to a double wing. Smith cuts it back. He's at the 20, 10, touchdown, Brian Smith. A 31-yard touchdown run.
They'd like to change up their tailbacks. Stoico is a guy that'll run up the tackles. Smith is a great cutback runner, and you saw an excellent example of that time out from Berwick.
Brian Smith with his 6th touchdown on the season. Berwick leads it 6-0. Tom Booth comes on for the extra point. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it's perfect. 7:44 to go here in the first quarter. Berwick leads Honesdale 7-0.
I really want to tell you how Top Copy can save you money. Top Copy 10-minute savings challenge. Right, Top Copy can beat the competition's price. Anyway, you will really save money. Top Copy 10-minute savings challenge. Right, you can save whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Yes, just answer a few simple questions. Yes, you can get new machines, unlimited upgrades, and top service. Top Copy 10-minute savings challenge. Call Top Copy today and find out how much you'll save.
1 possession, 1 touchdown for the Berwick Bulldogs. They lead Honesdale 7-0. Brian Smith, a 31-yard touchdown run. Berwick Bulldogs, co-champions of the Wyoming Valley Conference, Eastern Conference champions a year ago. This year, they are trying to get to the States out of District 2. Turn Ash back deep to receive. Good high kick by Booth. Ash at the 5. Ash to the outside. And Ash is dragged down at the 32-yard line. Honesdale goes on the offense.
Here's another look at the touchdown for Berwick. Double tight end and a wing to that left side. Blocked it out, and then with everybody forced over there, Smith cut it back against the grain, and nobody in the secondary slowing him down to the touchdown. Another angle. Once he got through the linebacking core, secondary had all shifted over to that other side. Smith cutting it back and heading in for 6.
Brian Smith, just a sophomore. Power I for Honesdale. Ash meets up with Kishbaugh, bounces off him, takes it out to the 35-yard line. Let's check in with Andy Palumbo.
John, Will Soden suffering from a sprained knee, according to the trainer. Now, you saw him earlier taking a knee brace off. I asked the trainer if what happened today is an aggravation of an earlier injury. She said on the same lines, but kind of different. His return to the game right now, kind of doubtful. It's not certain that he will be back. We'll keep you posted. Back up to the booth.
Thank you, Andy. Pick up a 4 on that last play. 2nd down and 6 for Honesdale. 6:48 to go, opening quarter. Glad you could join us out of the Power I. Ludwig is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Mike Kaufman, the nose guard, on the tackle. Kaufman's an interesting story. 5'8", 190, bench presses over 400 pounds, and he's the leading tackler on the team as well.
Saw that guy walking around the locker room, and a little bit smaller than your average Atlas man, but still very bulked out for his size.
Last scoring drive, 5 plays, 64 yards, time of possession, 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Gillo to throw for the first time. He'll tuck it in. He'll go for the first down, and he is belted out of bounds. Brian Gillo paid for it. Weaver came up, 26, the corner on the hit. Weaver coming to the sideline, holding his arm.
Dave Keck helping out there, too. Gillo rolling out his first pass attempt of the game. Everybody covered. Pump fake. Looking for the yardage marker, and then all of a sudden, hello.
That was Dave Keck, number 5, came up for the hit.
Double crunch in there, Berwick. And again, another 4th and short situation. About the same place. Looks like they'll go for it again.
Bob McTiernan rolling the dice early on. Last time he attempted to go for it, his team jumped offside. They ended up punting it away. They split the backs, 2 tight ends. Canals and Kaufman shooting through. Berwick holds and takes over. Jason Canals, the senior linebacker, was shooting the gap, and he met Ludwig at the line of scrimmage. Honesdale might think twice about it in the same situation later in the game. Watch it again.
Oh, blew by his man. Tackler coming right through. Read it perfectly, and no chance to get that one once Canals had gotten through the line.
Canals, the linebacker, 6 foot, 190, can really hit. Berwick takes over at Honesdale's 41. They lead it 7-0. Slap to the near side. Robbins rolling that way. Robbins in trouble, throws it, complete to Remley, 24, and a first down. Aaron Roach on the coverage. Ron Sporer with some pressure, but Robbins got it away.
Earlier in the season, this is a ball that could have given David Robbins some trouble. Rolling out of the pocket, it's Williamsport picked off 4 times. This time, held on to the football until he found a man open. Remley, working his way to the sideline, had a good gap and catches and hangs on.
Watch the pressure from the defensive end, Ron Sporer. McTiernan said they have to pressure Robbins this afternoon. Sporer is the guy to do it. First down and 10. Stoico, lone setback. Robbins again for Bennett. Touchdown, Berwick. 23-yard touchdown play. Robbins 2 for 2 early on and a touchdown.
Perfect pass that time, and it's got to help when your target is 6'4" like Mike Bennett is. Hit him right in the hands, turned around, and he was in the end zone.
Mike Bennett with his 3rd touchdown reception on the season. Tom Boop on for the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it's perfect. 5:33 to go, opening quarter. Berwick leads Honesdale 14-0.
The American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. In Pennsylvania, representing more than 95,000 public employees working for you, including in northeastern and north central Pennsylvania. More than 15,000 public workers of your state, counties, communities, school districts, and private nonprofit healthcare facilities. Protecting and improving your health, safety, and prosperity. AFSCME, Council 13. Edward J. Keller, Executive Director.
Berwick Bulldogs, 2 possessions now and 2 touchdowns. Robbins, 23 yards to Mike Bennett, 14-0, 5:33 to go, opening quarter. Boop with the low kick. Isley bobbles it at the 17. Honesdale with poor field position.
Second touchdown, Robbins arching it to the end zone. Bennett there, right over the outstretched arms of the defensive back. Hit Bennett right in the midst. Doesn't get much better than that.
Carmody only goes 5'10" on the coverage. He stopped for a moment to look at Robbins, and then Bennett just snuck behind him. 1st and 10 for Honesdale. Ash to the outside. Ash with running room. Bennett strips the ball, but it is kicked out of bounds. Hornets pick up some extra yardage as well.
Honesdale right now needs a big play. Go to their big play guy and able to pick up some yardage. A smart play on that time. As he fumbled the football, looks like he realized he was not going to be able to capture it again. Made an attempt to slap it out of bounds. Ash has got such great quickness. Watch him get to the corner. Bennett with a slap at the football comes down and look at him punch it out of bounds.
Pick up a 15 yards on the play. It is a first down. Honesdale now at their own 33. First time we've seen Ash explode to the outside. Ludwig, the fullback, over the 35 to the 36. Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Honesdale looking to stretch the field a little bit with Turin Ash as we take a look at some of the numbers on that last scoring drive. 2 plays, 41 yards, time of possession just 27 seconds. Bennett, his 3rd touchdown of the season, a 23-yard touchdown reception. 4:45 to go, opening quarter. Honesdale already in the hole, 14-0. Roach in motion. Ash takes the handoff. cuts it up. Ash stood up at the 39-yard line and bounced back. Pickup of a couple on the play, third down. Canals, once again, number 90 in on the tackle. Let's watch it again.
Got the isolation shot of Ash, and Berwick isolating on him too. 10 guys in on the pile to bring him down.
You see Canals with that left paw right up in the jaw of Terran Ash, the senior. Ash, with over 1,300 yards rushing this season, has been hampered by a series of injuries, but still has come up with 23 touchdowns. Ludwig comes in motion. Fumbled snap. Hornets get it back. It is fourth down.
Well, when it rains, it pours. Honesdale, the start could probably not have gone any worse. Berwick getting on the scoreboard twice in its 2 possessions. Now, for a team that predominantly thrives on the rushing attack, is going to have to do some tricks to try to get back in this thing.
Well, they've had 3 possessions in this opening quarter. They've yet to convert. 1 first down thus far. Sporer on to punt it away once again from zone 26. Hayes and Keck back deep. Horrible snap. Poor punt. Does get a roll. Goes out of bounds at the Berwick 36-yard line. 3:05 to go in this opening quarter. Berwick leading it 14-0 and set to take off once again. Here's a reminder that we will be rebroadcasting this afternoon's game later on tonight, 1:30 a.m., immediately following the WYOU action-packed movie feature, Hercules in the Underworld. That's a rebroadcast of this afternoon's game in its entirety tonight at 1:30 a.m. right here on TV 22 WYOU. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Stoiko up the gut and out to the 42. Pick up a 6 on the play, second down and 4.
Berwick's offensive line, George Curry saying earlier this week, possibly the best he's ever had at this school, and that's a lot of talented linemen. The surprising thing, they're not real big. The only guy who's got some real huge size, Josh George, 6'3", 247. The other guy's all about 6'1". Some beef along those smaller frames, but they're doing the job opening the hole for Stoiko.
Stoiko once again out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Close to that first down. They may have to measure. Well, we do have to point out Vinny Kishba, who goes 6'1", 300. Big Vinny bench presses close to 500 pounds. He's out there as well. He's a guy you don't want to mess with. It is a first down for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at their own 46-yard line. Dave Robbins thus far, 2 for 2 and a touchdown. Double wing near side. Robbins down the line, has all kinds of running room. Robbins knocked out of bounds, 39-yard line. That's another first down. Like the Hornets got stuck inside on that play.
So many looks, so many formations. Berwick, George Curry and company throws at you. This time, fake to Stoiko. Robbins gets outside, and he's got plenty of running room. It's such an assignment football thing with the option and worrying about who's going where. They give you so many formations. A lot of times they'll come to the line, set up in something, and switch not one guy in motion, but 2 to 3 guys moving.
Robbins with over 400 yards rushing this season. Robbins to throw. Looking for Bennett. Touchdown, Berwick. A 39-yard touchdown play. Dave Robbins, 3 for 3 and 2 touchdowns.
Obviously spotted the height disadvantage between Bennett and the defensive backs. Robbins pumps, puts it up, and just hangs it out beautifully. Bennett right there over the shoulder. Robbins sparkling, showing with the arm so far.
Chris Carmody on the coverage once again. Boop. On the conversion, penalty flag is down. are discussing the extra point. There was a penalty flag. They're calling the Bulldogs back out onto the field. You see Jason Knaus talking with Bob Spagna. The extra point holds. Berwick has a 21-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Face mask on the defense during the live ball and the extra point. Berwick wants the point. The penalty will go in the second half kickoff down here.
So the king of high school officials, Bob Spagna, sorts that out for us. A face mask during the play. Extra point will stand. Berwick leads at 21-0, and Tom Boop will kick it off from his, well, not from his own 45, now the Honesdale 45-yard line. Huge crowd on hand here this afternoon. Berwick averaging 42 points per ball game this season. They already have half of that average here in the first quarter. We still have 2 minutes to go. Everything Honesdale could not do in this first quarter, they have done. Boop with the high kick. And it will clear the end zone. Honesdale will go 1st and 10 from their own 20. Boop's one of those soccer players. Soccer season is over, so he works out full time with the Bulldogs now. Sure has a pretty good foot. As always, we have received a warm welcome here at Berwick this afternoon. Honesdale again on the offense. 1st and 10. Ash follows Ludwig. Tries to get to the corner, does turn the corner. Bennett belts him out of bounds.
Trying to get something going. Hornets go to Ash again. He had success in this play earlier. Turns the corner. Bennett, maybe a little bit of a late hit. Might have gotten away with it.
He was already out of bounds. That should have been a personal foul. Nothing called. Pick up by 8 on that last play. 2nd down and 2. Gillow directing traffic. Gillow rolling. Dumps it off to Ash. Ash with a 1st down. Ash out to the 38-yard line. Slipped down, or he might have had more. Keck on the tackle. And we talked about this, Jason. You need to get the ball to Ash in a part of the field where he can maneuver and use his speed and use his moves.
See him work blocking on the linebacker, then he released. Gillow slipped him the ball, and he cut back towards the center of the field, getting him going. And you wonder now if they're going to have somebody spying on Ash, one of the linebackers, to watch his every move.
1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ludwig, the fullback. Looks like he has another 1st down out to the 48. It's a quick hitter.
Now they've got things opened up. 3 different plays. Getting Ash outside, coming back to the short pass. Now Ludwig right up the middle, and a nice hole provided by the front line of Honesdale.
Ludwig at 6'1", 200 pounds. Excellent football player. Goes both ways. Wing to the near side. Open set. Ludwig again. 3, maybe 4 yards. 2nd down. Under a minute to go in this opening quarter. There you see George Curry in his 24th season as head coach here at Berwick. In one way or the other, he always seems to be in the spotlight.
You wouldn't know he was up by 3 touchdowns, would you?
And you won't know it in the 4th quarter. He'll still have that same look. Still be trying for every yard. Trying to get a few more points. 2nd down, call it 7. Ash falls forward, maybe a yard, 3rd down. Knaus, middle linebacker on the tackle. Honesdale coming into this ball game with a 7-game winning streak. Playing a lot better football here towards the close of the season than they did early on. New head coach, a little bit of a new system. And they've really come on. First quarter has come to a close. Berwick is leading Honesdale 21-0.
I've always marveled at the work of skilled carpenters, creating beautiful homes in all shapes and sizes, the American dream. But over the years, I've learned it takes more than dreams to own a home. It takes money and a relationship with a bank in which you have confidence.
Whether you're building or buying your first home, trading up to the home of your dreams, or simply refinancing, see Franklin First.
When you wanted election results, no one worked harder than News 22. News 22 was first with the candidates. First to call the important races.
News 22 projects that Phyllis Monday has won election. Tom Ridge is the governor, but he may be Governor Clinton.
The fierce Rick Santorum has it. And of course, first with the winners. Election night and every night, News 22 is the 24-hour news source.
The #1 trucks in America, like the Ford Ranger, can do it all. Bad to the bone. When it comes to ride, comfort, and style, on the town or off-road, the Ranger can handle tough payloads and is more versatile than a car. Maybe that's why Ford Ranger has been the #1 compact pickup for 7 straight years. Bad to the bone. For $199 per month, the Ranger is a lot of truck at your Quality Plus Ford dealer, the Truck Authority.
If you see news happening, call the News 22 hotline, 1-800-422-9968.
Welcome back, everybody. The Berwick Bulldogs well on their way to meeting North Pocono next week in the District 2 Class 3A championship ball game. They lead Honesdale 21-0. Third down and 6 for Honesdale. Berwick's 47. Sporer, quick pitch outside, cuts it up. Sporer with the first down over the 40-yard line. Ball is loose. Percy Hayes down the sidelines. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Let's check in with Bob Spagna. They're bringing the ball out to the 20-yard line. Watch it again. Sporer, good play off the pitch. But the ball comes loose.
Looked like Knaus able to get his helmet on it. Hayes picks it up. And as he has a convoy of blue shirts coming back, looked like there could have been a clip where he stepped out of bounds. One of the two.
We have a fumble on a return, flipping, blue, 15 yards, first down.
So we have to take the 6 points off the scoreboard. Percy Hayes, I'm sure, is disappointed. But Berwick, once again, has the football, excellent field position. So many comparisons made of these two teams. Here are some of the numbers.
Honesdale, Berwick, fairly similar in the rushing angle. Turnovers, you see the big difference, 24-14.
Double wing near side, 1st and 10. Smith with the pitch. Smith cuts it back. He's at the 20, 10, touchdown, Bulldogs. 38-yard touchdown run.
Can you say carbon copy? Exactly like the touchdown run he had in the first quarter, except he went to the other side. This time they ran the pitch play to the right side. He cuts back against the grain. Everybody caught at the opposite side of the field. And Smith, only a sophomore, great speed, and he takes it the distance.
Over pursuit on the part of the Honesdale defense. They had only given up 2 touchdowns in the last 7 games. They're playing in a whole different class right now. Poupon for the extra point. And it's perfect. 11:34 to go, second quarter. Berwick's lead over Honesdale now at 28-0.
The American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. In Pennsylvania, representing more than 95,000 public employees working for you, including in northeastern and north central Pennsylvania. More than 15,000 public workers of your state, counties, communities, school districts, and private nonprofit healthcare facilities. Protecting and improving your health, safety, and prosperity. AFSCME, Council 13. Edward J. Keller, Executive Director.
Mike Bennett with a pair of touchdowns. Brian Smith with a pair of touchdowns. Berwick now leading Honesdale 28-0.
Another penalty on the extra point. I believe it was another face mask, which means Boop will get another shot to practice his long-distance field goal kicking from the 45.
Knocked it right out of the end zone the last time. Ash and Carmody back deep to receive. Boop, the junior. Low kick. Carmody fields it at the 5. Out to the 20, has a hole. Good run back out over the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Honesdale. Let's check in with Andy Palumbo. Andy?
John, something myself and my coworkers here down on the field noticed even before Berwick jumped out to that big lead. The Berwick Bulldogs have this confidence. You can almost reach out and field. They know they have a job to do. It's quite a contrast to George Curry, who looks as intense as ever on the sideline, even though they're out to a 28-point lead. When you go over on the Honesdale side, they look worried. They looked intense. They looked like the odds were stacked against them coming in here, and they're clearly feeling that, and it's evident on the scoreboard. Back up to the booth.
Ash, maybe a yard on that play. 2nd down. It is an intimidating place to play football. Crispin Field, some nights you could have 12,000 here. Not nearly that here this afternoon. A lot of empty seats on the far sideline as we watch Ash trying to break through that line. Kaufman the nose on the tackle. Gillo setting up screen. Looks for Ash. Incomplete. Ash now pushing and shoving with some Berwick players. Quickly separated.
Brian Stanley over there for Berwick. Working on the block. That play just never quite developed. Gillo looking to set up that screen toss to Ash at the speedster of the football. Ludwig working on the block, and Ash just kind of ran into the blocker and the defender, and that play kind of ruined from the outset.
That has been an effective play for Honesdale throughout the season, the screen to Ash. Berwick has been working on that this week. Power eye. Spora nailed at the 38-yard line. That's 4th down. Honesdale will have to punt it away again. Ron Sporer getting a workout, punting the football away. Keck and Hayes back at their own 30-yard line to receive. Whistle down on the field once again. As the game winds down, Jason and I will name our AFSCME players of the game. We'll be choosing one player from each team whose performance and sportsmanship in today's game proves to stand them out as leaders on their respective teams. That's the AFSCME players of the game. You see Keck and Hayes set to receive. High snap, Sporer, good kick. Keck at the 28. Keck spins forward to the 31. Gillo and Carmody on the coverage. 35-yard punt with a 3-yard return. Penalty flag back at the 45. The Hornets with 5 penalties for 55 yards thus far. Bob Spagna and his crew has had a workout. George Curry already getting set to send in that first play.
Personal foul, blue.
Personal foul on Berwick. That'll be a 15-yarder. Bob Spagna and his crew is going to have to keep a close watch on this ball game. Berwick up big. This game could deteriorate quickly. Curry doesn't like the call. Berwick will go from their own 17-yard line. .9:31 to go, second quarter. Bulldogs lead it 28-0. Bulldogs shift into a wing. Robbins to Remley. And a first down.
Another formation of the Berwick offensive juggernaut. Robbins on the quick slant to Remley. All a timing play, and guaranteed, if it works, to pick you up some good yardage.
Remley, his second reception of the ball game. 22nd on the season, just a junior. Another tall guy at 6'3", 175 pounds. Check that, that's second down. Slot near side. Robbins under pressure. Robbins is sacked back at the 20. Sporer from his defensive end position sacks Robbins for the first time today.
Berwick coming out 4 wide receivers that time. Honesdale, good coverage, and they got what Bob McTiernan wanted. A good pass rush today. Robbins flushed out looking for a receiver, but Harmony, good closing speed, able to bring him down. Or check that, Sporer on the tackle.
Sporer started off the season as a linebacker to get some pressure on the quarterback. McTiernan has moved him to defensive end. Third down and 24. Robbins will go out of the gun. Remley in the slot. Robbins, all kinds of time. He has Bennett wide open. Incomplete. The arm just a little bit too strong that time.
He's got a gun. Bennett's got the speed. He hung up a little bit trying to beat the double coverage, and Robbins just floated it a little bit too long. First time he's misfired today.
Robbins 4 out of 5, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It was there, just a little bit too long.
Bennett, who's headed to Syracuse next season. Remley punted away. Misses it. Gets a Berwick bounce and goes out of bounds, 49-yard line. Punt of 30 yards with no return. Honesdale takes over here in the second quarter, 7 minutes, 46 seconds to go. And a reminder, coming up tomorrow, the Wyoming Valley Veterans Day Parade. That will be hosted by Kevin Jordan and Joanne Pileggi. That will get going tomorrow at 2 o'clock, exclusively right here on WYOU. First down and 10 for Honesdale. They'll go from Berwick's 49. Gillow to Sporer, complete, 45. Canals by the shirt tails, pulls him down.
Hornets trying to open things up now. Gillow back. Short passing game. Canals, good pursuit. Read it there. Got a jersey full and just dragged him down.
Pick up a 4 on that play. Second down and 6. Gillow, just a junior, goes 5'10", 160 pounds. 5 touchdown passes this season. Been playing most of the year with a bad left elbow. That's his throwing arm. Gillow rolls. Gillow throws. Sporer complete. See where they're marked it. It looks like he has a first down. Mark it at the 38. Pick up a 7 on the play.
Gillow, a tough little customer there in the pocket, hanging in. Berwick with some good pressure, rolling out to his right, stopping, and hitting his man, Sporer, right between the numbers. Honesdale with a little consistency right now, starting to build a drive, something they desperately need.
Need to work some other guys into the offense. Sporer, last 2 completions. First down and 10 for Honesdale. The open set, draw play to Ash. Falls forward, maybe a couple of yards on the play. The numbers on Ash over his career, over 1,500 yards his freshman season, over 2,600 yards his sophomore year, over 2,100 yards his junior season. This year he's been banged up, a little more than 1,300 yards and 23 touchdowns. Everybody who wants to know where he will play football next season. Second down and 8. Gillow, short drop, throws for Carmody, incomplete. Mike Bennett on the coverage, third down.
Talked about Ash and where he's going to go to school next year. There's a lot of Division I prospects on the Berwick roster. Of course, Mike Bennett already with a verbal commitment to Syracuse. Honesdale again, trying to get things going. They've got a 3rd and long situation. V.J. Hayes also attracting some interest from Division I schools, as is Dave Keck. Dave Robbins, of course, probably will get a good looks in the next coming year. He's only a junior.
Third down and 8, ball at the 36 of Berwick. Gillow to throw, incomplete. Carmody, the intended receiver, penalty flag at the 43. Bulldogs indicating it is against Honesdale. Bob Spagna with the call, holding against the Hornets. Refused the penalty. It will be 4th down.
We have holding by the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat the down, 3.
Third down. Bulldogs want to push him back another 10 yards. 3rd and long now for Honesdale. See if we can pick it up. Right side of your screen. It's number 75, Fred Deal, on the hole.
And he got a hold of the opposite 75, Vanny Henry.
Roach in motion. Gillow rolling. Sets up and throws. And it's almost intercepted. Dave Keck had his hands on it. 4th down. Surprising for Keck. Sure-handed guy, especially on offense.
Hey, Gillow's got a nice little gun on him. Rolling to his right. This is a tough pass to throw. You got to stop, go across your body, and Keck stepped in front and almost had himself the pick.
Sporer on once again to punt it away. Low snap. Low kick. Keck at the 20. Wall sets up to the right. Keck at the 30. Keck still at his feet. One man to beat. Keck down at the 40-yard line. It's a 39-yard return.
Sporer didn't make the tackle, but he ought to get credit for it. He was able to hold up Keck long enough and able to get some help from his Hornet teammates as the pursuit finally caught up to Keck. But nimble feet, leaping, picking him up, putting him down, good balance, getting across, and able to make a nice return.
1st and 10 for Berwick, the Honesdale 40. Stoico up the middle, picks up a couple, 2nd down. Bulldogs came out in that passing formation, but they handed it to Stoico. Just a junior, 5'9", 182 pounds, looking for 120 yards to reach 1,000 for the season. Let's put a few points on the scoreboard as well. 112 coming into this ball game. Pick up a 3 on that last play. It's time out of the eye. Hornets jump. Zach Bryant from the defensive end into the neutral zone. That'll be another 5.
Ball, encroachment, defense, 2nd down.
Berwick, year in and year out, they get more teams to jump offside. There you see the numbers on the penalties. Honesdale 7 for 70 yards. Berwick 3 for 35. To get out of the eye. Smith cuts it back again. He has the 1st down. Looked for a moment like he might break another.
They've got Stoiko banging in those holes, and they bring Smith in, and he's able to work back and forth. Robbins on the give. Again, Smith, only a sophomore. Up the gut. And George Curry, so much depth on the Berwick roster.
4 minutes to go, second quarter. Kishba, the fullback, right up the middle, over the 20 to the 18. Kishba, another junior. All these guys are going to be back next season. If you think they're good this year, wait till next year. George Curry, the winningest active coach in the state of Pennsylvania. Second down. Smith again follows his blocking. Smith just shy of the 15. Clock continues to run. It feels as if Berwick would just like to grind one out here. 3-4 yards a pop.
They can do that with that line. Guys just standing people up and pushing them down the field, giving Smith a lot of leeway to kind of pick and choose where he finds some daylight.
Bulldogs facing 3rd down and 3. You see the young quarterback, Dave Robbins. And there you see Stoiko off tackle. Inside the 10. And a first down. Berwick sticking right inside the tackles on this drive.
Yep, nothing fancy here. They've gone with the pass before. It's kind of like pick your poison and way you want to die. Berwick can kill you through the air. Now they're just lining up guys, keeping it in tight, and just rushing it right down the Hornets' throats.
First down and goal. Smith, the lone setback. He already has 2 touchdowns. Kishba comes in motion. Smith cuts it up. Roach comes up to make the tackle at the 6. Pick up a 3, 2nd and goal. The entire North Pocono coaching staff is here this afternoon scouting this ball game.
They saw a talented sophomore running back last night in Valley View, Sean Fisher, and there's another outstanding sophomore too, Nick Donato, and the North Pocono Brain Trust taking
Look how thick that pad is that Nick has there.
He may use every sheet of that paper
and
today.
He's already biting his nails. Double wing far side, Stoiko lone setback. Keck coming around. Keck, fancy footwork. Keck, close to the goal line. Little reverse play for Keck. Try to get the wide receiver into the end zone.
Comes on the end around, and he's got a nice elusiveness. You saw it before on the punt return, and there again, able to
You know, I
make
saw that
people
play,
miss.
and I asked George Curry, what do you call it? He says it's a reverse. I figured they had some fancy name for it or something. 3rd and goal. Stoiko is in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ross Stoiko, his first touchdown of this afternoon.
Siren Man getting a workout in the first half.
Gonna run for some batteries at halftime.
Stoiko right behind tackle and taking it into pay dirt again.
For Stoiko, his 19th touchdown of the season. Boupon for the extra point. It's been perfect thus far. And he's perfect once again. Clears the scoreboard. Minute 10 to go before halftime. Berwick's lead now at 35-0. Stay tuned. Coming up at halftime in the LT Verastro Arizona Iced Tea at the half. We'll have the Honesdale and Berwick High School marching bands. All the scores from last night with the Friday night scoreboard. And we'll have our Friday feature highlights as well. That's all coming your way at the half, so be sure to stay tuned.
Here it is again. Stoiko on the give from Robbins, and plenty of room to maneuver through there. And Stoiko easily carrying it in. Berwick's 5th touchdown of the first half.
Good block by the guard, Manny Henry, number 75, trapping across. Turn Ash back deep to receive. Tom Boop to kick it off. Good kick. Ash will take it at the 9. Right up the middle. Now bounces to the outside. Ash is at the 30. Ash to the 38-yard line. Return of 29 yards on the kick. You can bet right about now Honesdale can't wait to get to the locker room and regroup. See part of this large crowd here at Crispin Field. 1st and 10. Gillow sets up the throw. Under pressure. Dumps it away. Almost intercepted. Brian Stanley almost had a gift.
Well, it looked like Honesdale was going to concede, maybe run out the clock with that tight formation, but Gillow off the play fake.
Kaufman in there first.
Heavy pressure. Paul Kyle in there as well. He's the one that finally got a hold of Gillow and dragged him down.
Clock stopped with 40 seconds to go before the halftime. Gillow thus far, 3 out of 7 for 20 yards. They split the backs. Gillow, 3-step drop. Throws for Carmody, complete at the 44. Pick up a 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down. Gillow hanging in there, 4 out of 8. Looks a lot more confident throwing the football than when we saw him against Montrose earlier in the season. Berwick in the prevent. Honesdale going to call the timeout. 15 seconds to go before halftime. Berwick leading 35-0. Kind of a curious timeout. You'd think Honesdale would rather just run it right out. It's a nice looking hat. Football hat, to say the least. Can't say enough about the kind of weather we've had this football season. Moving into mid-November and almost 60 degrees. Still come out and watch football in a sweater. One of the Bulldogs hitting on the cheerleaders. Some of the fans looking for a little bit more to cheer about here this afternoon. Berwick comes in at 9-1. Their lone defeat this season. Williamsport back in week 5. But since then, they have really put it together. A year ago, Berwick making it to the state semifinals before losing to Allentown Central Catholic. Allentown Central Catholic has another outstanding football team, 25-game winning streak. And last night they shut out Becca High, 28-0. Back-to-back victories over Becca High, which is no easy task. Getting a look at that senior, Dave Keck. He, too, being heavily recruited. 3rd down for Honesdale. Gillow for Sporer, incomplete. 4th down, clock stopped. Only took 3 seconds. Sporer releasing from his tight end spot straight up the field. Ball overthrown. Turn Ash has been held in check here in the first half. In fact, Ash with 10 carries for 37 yards. He'll line up at a wideout position. 4th down. Look for Gillow to scramble around a little bit. He's not going to do it. Throws for Ash. Incomplete.
See, now, I don't understand that call, because now Berwick has the opportunity to take one pass, gain about 20, 30 yards. Boop's got a good leg. You give him a crack at a field goal.
They have 2 cracks at the end zone if they want to throw it up as well. Very curious play calling, down 35-0. I figured Gillow would take out on a rollout, just run out the clock, and then heave it downfield.
Right.
So the Bulldogs will have 2 cracks at it, we figure, with 9 seconds to go, already leading at 35-0. 1st and 10 from Honesdale's 45. Double wing near side. Quick pitch to Smith. Smith cuts it up. Berwick will run out the clock for Honesdale. And that is it. First half is in the books. Berwick Bulldogs have dominated. They lead the Honesdale Hornets 35-0. The Hornets hoping they could come into this ball game and play with the Bulldogs, hang in there in the first half, and then see what could happen in the second half, but this game has gotten out of hand early. Berwick with touchdowns on all but one possession in that first half, and they lead it 35-0. Let's check in with Andy Palumbo. Andy?
With Honesdale head coach Bob McTiernan. Bob, what do you tell this team at halftime?
Well, we have to buckle it up, and we have to try to hold our blocks. You know, they're a little bigger than we are, and they're moving us off the ball. We've got to try to create a pile, and we've got to have some D-back play. That's the big key for us right now. And we need to generate some offense.
Coach, thank you. Have a good second half. Let's take it back up to the booth. John and Jason.
Yeah, his defensive back play has been poor thus far. Bennett has just been burning the corner all afternoon with virtual ease for some reason or other. Berwick is leading Honesdale. It is halftime, 35-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
Make arrangements for the catheterization to be done at Geisinger, and shortly thereafter we need to plan for surgery as well.
We've talked to the patient. It works well for his schedule, and we'll have Marie go over all the details of his care.
And we'll have the cardiac rehabilitation nurses see him while he's here in
It'll
hospital.
be important that you work on his risk factors because he has lots of.
What we'll do is arrange for having cardiac rehab up in Wilkes-Barre.
I'll be glad to follow him up in the office. We'll see if we can maintain some of the gains.
The #1 truck in America gets even better in 1995. Bad to the bone. The Ford F-Series, the #1 truck for 17 straight years, has more repeat buyers. Plus, F-Series has a driver's side airbag standard. And F-Series has more styles and models to choose from. That's why there are more F-Series still on the road than any other make. Bad to the bone. For $229 per month, the F-150 is a lot of truck at your Quality Plus Ford dealer, the truck authority.
Growing conditions were quite unfavorable back in the Great Depression. But since opening day in 1934, Franklin First has thrived, making lots of friends along the way with student loans, auto financing, and so many mortgages, keeping deep roots in northeastern Pennsylvania. Yes, that's the way to cultivate confidence.
If you've lost confidence in your bank, see Franklin First.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers. Franklin First. When it comes to banking, see Franklin First. The Geisinger Health Plan. And Ask Me, Council 13.
LT Verastro, distributor of Arizona Iced Tea, presents At the Half.
It is halftime here in Berwick. Berwick leading Honesdale 35-0. I guess the best question of the day. Andy Palumbo posed that to Bob McTiernan. What do you tell your team at halftime?
Tell them to come out and try to get something going here in the second half. Berwick's been awesome offensive display. 3 touchdowns by land, 2 by air, 1 by the defense. That one was called back.
Let's check in with the Honesdale High School Marching Band. Their 1994 field program presents music from the Phantom of the Opera. kilo. The Honesdale High School Marching Band. It is halftime. Berwick leading Honesdale 35-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
Honesdale Area High School is a comprehensive school comprised of students from 8 northern tier townships. Located in Wayne County, the school complex houses 3 grade levels along with a middle school and a connected facility. The teaching staff is dedicated to aiding the student body in mastering sufficient subject matter and skills that provide a good background for future employment and educational growth. A wide range of courses and electives are available to Honesdale area students, including offerings in English, mathematics, science, foreign language, computer and business education, home economics, a variety of hands-on shops, drafting and other technical applications, art, band, orchestra, and chorus. Students may also select from a number of activities and clubs, as well as intramural sports for both boys and girls. There's even a student-operated store right in the building, and a television studio for student productions. The guidance office is always available for assistance in scheduling and for college and career planning. The library houses many hundred volumes and student computer terminals for extensive research. Honesdale Area High School, developing initiative and responsibility in our youth to produce both good leaders and good followers for a changing world.
For expert equipment, one name says it, Valley Rental. The best in aerial lift products. A huge inventory of construction equipment, including rollers, generators, and the Super Chute. And a complete line of dual-fast nailer products and accessories. Check out our expanded inventory, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, Saturday, 7:30 to 12. Valley Rental.
The staff at Villa Capri Incorporated would like to wish the Berwick Bulldogs all the luck in the playoffs. And we invite you to see our completely remodeled lounge, ramped entrance, and off-street parking area. Villa Capri serves delicious lunches Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and dinner daily from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Terry, Donna, and Julie would like to thank all of our friends and customers for making the past 10 years successful. For dining at its finest, visit Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick.
This WYOU Sports Friday Night Scoreboard is brought to you by LT Verastro.
The #1 truck in America gets even better in 1995. Bad to the bone. The Ford F-Series, the #1 truck for 17 straight years, has more repeat buyers. Plus, F-Series has a driver's side airbag standard. And F-Series has more styles and models to choose from. That's why there are more F-Series still on the road than any other make. Bad to the bone. For $229 per month, the F-150 is a lot of truck at your Quality Plus Ford dealer, the truck authority.
Patience is a virtue. But tell that to a company with cash flow problems. It's not easy being in business these days. But in adversity, you discover the true caliber of the people and organizations you deal with. I always say a business shouldn't have to prove it doesn't need a loan to qualify for one.
If you're about to lose all patience with banks that don't deliver, don't give up. See Franklin first.
At Northern Car and Truck Rental, we know what you want. We know what you need. We're locally owned and operated, so we carry the vehicles you request most at the best rates around. Sure, we have top quality cars, but we also supply vehicles you won't find everywhere else.
like the rugged Jeep Wrangler and the Ford Explorer. Rent a Ford Aerostar or 15-passenger van for your next business or pleasure trip. Or take Northern to work. We have a fleet of four-wheel drive trucks, vans, and cube vans to handle your biggest jobs. When you need quality, dependable transportation at the best price, don't go to some national chain. Come to Northern, where we beat the competition. Guaranteed.
The greater Berwick area has a population of 22,000 people. The community is situated along the Susquehanna River about 30 miles southwest of Wilkes-Barre and is readily accessible from Interstate 80. The school district serves over 4,000 students and encompasses over 100 square miles. The senior high school houses 930 students in grades 9 through 12. Academically, students enjoy a wide variety of choices when selecting areas of study. The college preparatory curriculum offers many challenging courses in all subject areas, including both advanced placement and honors courses. Those choosing the business curriculum are very well prepared to continue their education in those areas or to enter the workforce. On the average, well over 60% of Berwick's graduates go on to post-secondary education. In addition to an excellent balance of academic offerings, Berwick students are provided with a wide variety of extracurricular activities. There are 22 interscholastic varsity sports programs. There are also 24 clubs and organizations, including academic achievement groups, musical groups, publications, dramatics, and various service organizations. Berwick High School is proud of the outstanding achievements of its students and the community's commitment to the total educational program.
Time now to listen in to the award-winning Berwick Area Senior High School Marching Band under the field direction of Melinda McElrath and Holly Travelpiece. Band director is Ron Wasser, assisted by Brad Timbrell. Their 1994-95 field program features rock music of the 60s and 70s from Yes, the Beach Boys, and Edgar Winter. The Berwick Area Senior High School Marching Band. It is halftime. Berwick leading Honesdale 35-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends from Toyota. I love what you do for me. Toyota. The First National Bank of Berwick. The Geisinger Health Plan. And Ask Me, Council 13.
For expert equipment, one name says it, Valley Rental. The best in aerial lift products. A huge inventory of construction equipment, including rollers, generators, and the Super Chute. And a complete line of dual-fast nailer products and accessories. Check out our expanded inventory, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, Saturday, 7:30 to 12. Valley Rental.
You've always strived for something beyond the basic necessities. At the First National Bank of Berwick, we can help with a loan for whatever you have in mind. Home loans, auto loans, or personal loans, tailored to meet your individual needs at rates you can afford. So if you're ready to borrow, the First National Bank of Berwick is ready to lend, because we invest in our future by investing in your future. The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with you. Member FDIC.
Better quality makes Toyota a better value. Like the value you'll find with Toyota Corolla.
Better than all the rest.
With Corolla's better quality, you can expect one of the lowest repair costs of any car. And today, a 2-year-old Corolla is worth $1,500 more than a Ford Escort. Better quality, better value. That's Toyota. The car's worth owning. The dealer's worth seeing.
If you see news happening, call the News 22 hotline, 1-800-422-9968.
It is halftime here at Crispin Field in Berwick. Bulldogs leading the Hornets 35-0. John Nugent along with Jason Knapp and Andy Palumbo. Berwick next week will play for the District 2 Class 3A championship against the North Pocono Trojans. North Pocono looked pretty good last night against Valley View.
Outstanding football game. The two teams that tied for the regular season Big 11 Conference title kind of got to decide things on the football field last night. Great ball game, and it's today's Friday feature highlights.
The WYOU Sports Friday feature highlights are brought to you by LT Verastro, distributor of Arizona Iced Tea.
The Trojans trotting out tonight to prove their regular season loss to Valley View was just a fluke. The Trojan horse, Charles Lukey, heavily involved in things early on. First play from scrimmage, Lukey rumbling 13 yards, but fumbling as well. The Cougars with the recovery. Lukey's redemption, though, coming 3 plays later. The junior stepping in front of a John Mundley pass for the pick, and returning it to the Valley View 46-yard line. North Pocono then taking to the air. Quarterback Mark McHugh connecting with Ryan Knight. That's number 17 to number 18 for 16 yards. 2 plays later, on the delayed handoff, Lukey breaks loose. 34 yards later, he hits pay dirt. 7-0 Trojans after 1. Valley View would counter with a monster 14-play drive, but no points. On 4th and 4 at the Trojan 8, Mundley's pass broken up in the end zone. Score staying North Pocono 7, Valley View zip at the break.
When Valley View beat North Pocono about a month ago, the Cougars really did a number on the Trojans' ground game, holding Charles Lukey just 41 yards for the entire contest. Tonight, the Trojans revitalized short passing game, opening up the rushing lanes. Lukey already with 55 yards and just 5 carries, and that big touchdown run at halftime.
They have great speed, and they're going to throw the ball. We just have to move it a little better and stop making some penalties, and I think we'll be okay.
In the second half, the Cougars offense finally cracking it into the end zone. Franco Forgioni from the 2, things even at 7. North Pocono rambling right back. Lukey leading the way. Number 45 getting outside, going the distance. 29 yards for the touch. In all, Lukey 22 carries for 163 yards. North Pocono with a 13-7 edge. Turnovers proving to be a big factor tonight. Valley View working the tight end around. Ken Rakowski rolling downfield for a big gain, but he gets stripped. Ryan Sestak recovering. Cougars' 4th giveaway on the evening. 6 plays later, Trojans cash it in. Joe Hoban roaming 9 yards up the gut for the score. 2-pointer failed. 19-7 North Pocono with 7:37 left, but Valley View pulling a rabbit out of its hat. Ensuing possession, 4th and 18 at the Trojan 28. Mundley arching it to the end zone. Mike Barrett leaping and latching on. Touchdown Valley View, 5-point game with 3:30 left to go. After holding the Trojans, getting the football back, Cougars' last gasp, intercepted. Knight grabbing it for the Trojans, and his lengthy return running out the clock. North Pocono, a District 2 Class AAA semifinal winner, 19-14, eliminating Valley View.
I thought we had the advantage going in because everything worked for them last time. Naturally, they're going to try to come out and do the same thing, and we had a change. And our kids did a great job.
Next up for North Pocono, the winner of today's Honesdale-Berwick battle.
So North Pocono moves into next week's championship game against the Berwick Bulldogs. Andy Palumbo is standing by with North Pocono head coach Nick Donato. Andy?
You're doing some scouting now. Barring a miracle, it looks like you're going to be playing Berwick next week. What goes through your mind as you see them pretty much dismantle this Honesdale team?
Well, first thing you start with is their passing game. Robbins is doing a super job. He has a number of excellent receivers. And typical Berwick, they spread you out all over the field. And then every once in a while, they hit you up the gut with the fullback. So we'll have our hands full.
What do you do to counter some of this stuff?
Well, we think we have some kids in the secondary that can run this year, and, just try to match up with them, and have to do a lot of work and preparation to get your kids in right positions.
You'll be at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium next Saturday at 4, artificial turf. Does that help you, hurt you, and does the neutral field take something away from this Berwick team?
Well, I think, we're glad to be playing them on a neutral field. We've come here twice, and it's been rough. We've played them 2 pretty good football games up at our place. We're glad we're on a neutral field rather than coming to Berwick to play a game.
Well, I don't want to say you have the potential for fright here, but, man, it's got to scare the living daylights out of you when you see this Berwick team put up 35 points in the first half.
Well, I'm not going to say fear or anything like that, but we have a great deal of respect for their program, and we have a great deal of respect for our own kids too, and we think it'll be a heck of a football game.
Some memorable matchups with Berwick in the past. Obviously, all those kids have graduated, but is there still that rivalry in your school for the Berwick Bulldogs?
Yeah, I think that there is a rivalry. We've played them in 3 Eastern Conference Finals and 1 semifinal, and it's a good rivalry. As I said, we have respect for their program, and I know Coach Curry and his people down here have respect for ours. So it should be a real good football game.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck next week. We'll be talking to you then. Let's take it back up to the booth, John and Jason.
Yes, Berwick and North Pocono has had some memorable matchups in the past. Here are some of the first half highlights. Brian Smith has had a pair of touchdowns in that first half.
Went on the ground and then went to the air. Robbins to Bennett. Short that time, relatively. This time, a little bit longer.
39 yards on that one.
A couple of TD grabs, and then back to Mr. Smith on the ground. And just for good measure, they decided to get Ross Stoico involved, and he picked up touchdown number 5 late in the first half. 35-0 the score.
All right, let's check out some of the numbers. The Bulldogs, obviously, with a potent offensive attack as we check these numbers.
Impressive. Some quick strikes there, especially with the passing game. Honesdale's run more plays, had the ball longer, but they haven't scored any points.
And they've hurt themselves terribly with penalties, 7 for 70 yards. We are set for second half action. Honesdale teeing it up. Berwick won the opening coin toss. They deferred to the second half, as they often do. Chris Teeple will kick it off. Hayes and Stoico are deep. Stoico at the 15. And he takes it just shy of the 35-yard line. Berwick goes on the offense one more time. There you see head coach Bob McTiernan. Sure had a long talk with his team at halftime. They've had an outstanding year, a record of 8-2, 3rd straight trip to the District 2 playoffs. His first year taking over for Butch Keller. He's done an outstanding job. I'm sure he told his team, look, you've had a great year. Do not come out and embarrass yourself in the second half. Play all out, 150% until this thing's over with, and feel good about yourself when this season's over. First down and 10. Stoico comes around, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Fritz, the nose guard, knifing in there to make the tackle. Second down.
Maybe Josh George, the center, and George was rather upset with himself that time.
You beat Josh George, you're beating a good one.
Yeah, he slipped past George, was able to get underneath the arm block there, and just slipped in to make the tackle.
Fritz at 6'1", 205. George goes about 250. Second down. Smith in motion this time. Stoico, or that's Kishbaugh, check it, spinning out of there to the 37, 3rd down. Don't expect George Curry to show Nick Donato and his staff anything in the second half.
I expect they'll keep it on the ground for the majority of the second half, trying to take the time of the clock and get out of here with a W and relative amount of trouble, as in injuries and, as you mentioned, showing off your game plan to the competition.
Passing situation for the Bulldogs. Dave Robbins, 4 for 5, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Kishbaugh moves to the wing, slot near side. Robbins to Hayes, incomplete. Hayes was wide open, 4th down.
That's the first ball Robbins really misfired on. He did throw the bomb longer. That one just a little bit out of the reach of Hayes.
Let's check in with Andy Palumbo. Andy?
John, a quick update on an injury we told you about in the first half. Will Soden, at very least, it is a ligament sprain. And the trainer says at very worst, and quite possibly, it is a ligament tear. He's in the dressing room right now getting dressed, clearly done for the day. A very dejected young man. We saw him going into the dressing room at halftime. Just if the pain of losing isn't enough, the pain of the knee makes it even worse. Let's take it back up to the booth.
It is 4th down. Berwick will shift in a punt formation. Penalty flag. Did Honesdale jump, or was it an illegal shift? We see this at least once a game.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, still 4th down.
You see it at least once, if not twice, every football game. Berwick facing 4th and a little over 6 yards. They shift. The other team jumps. They pick up 5 yards. It is now 4th down, and we'll call it 2. Power I. Robbins, Stoico. I don't think he got it. Joe Giannetti on the tackle. Bulldogs get a healthy spot here. They will measure. Watch it again.
It's got to be real close, closer than it looked like at the first initial hit. Could be a confidence builder here for Honesdale.
Joe Giannetti, sophomore defensive tackle. He'll be back for a couple more seasons. One of the bigger guys on this Honesdale team. Oh, he got it. Just by the tip of the football. A healthy spot as well.
Generous would be a good description. As if Berwick needs any more generosity.
1st down and 10. Berwick at their own 44-yard line. 9:36 to go, 3rd quarter. They lead at 35-0. Smith cuts it back again. Smith out to midfield. Pick up a 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. During halftime ceremonies here at Crispin Field earlier today, the Catman, Ernest Fred Saraceno, 80 years young, later on this week. Rip that thing open, Cat. When he does finally get it open, he has a Notre Dame football jacket in there. No doubt Ron Paulus had something to do with that. Smith off tackle. Carmody comes up to make the stick. Smith close to another 1st down.
Talk about Berwick's football history. That man has seen just about all of it. Showing that off with pride. He'll be wearing that throughout the rest of the winter months.
He holds a variety of jobs, a host of positions. He's the general manager of the Berwick Bulldogs. Gets a hug from George Curry. He's the first guy in that locker room and the last guy to leave. Robbins the sneak. Robbins with the 1st down. So Berwick with that first-team offense in there wants to grind it out, get in some work for next week against North Pocono. First down and 10. Dogs in the double wing. Smith comes in motion. Kishbaugh right up the middle. Good surge up front. Pickup of about 3. Call it 2nd down.
Jeremy part of the Kishbaugh connection with the Berwick Bulldogs. 4 of them on the team.
Yeah.
See Jeremy bringing the football up the middle. Now on the line we've got Chris and Vinny, I believe are twins.
That's correct.
And then we have Jeremy in the backfield, and he's not related to the twins. And we have Matt, who was a defensive back, and he's not related to either of them.
That's right. 4 Kishbaughs from 3 different families. And the twins, one goes 250 and the other goes 300. Jeremy Kishbaugh, still on his feet. 30-yard line and a 1st down. Pickup of 11 on the play. Last season, Kishbaugh, primarily a blocking fullback. This year, he's starting to run the football some more.
Getting him more involved, carrying the football in the offense, and got the size. He's also got some decent speed.
Good shot of Manny Henry, number 75. He was just looking for somebody to block, but there was nobody there. 7:15 to go, third quarter. Bulldogs shift out of the eye. Kishbaugh on the wing. Robbins to Hayes, incomplete. B.J. Hayes dropped it. Little pick play on the far side.
Set up sort of like a flanker screen. You've got the other two guys out there, the wide receiver slot, ready to block downfield, but it's not going to work if you don't hold on to the football.
Let's check in with Andy Palumbo one more time. Andy?
Here on the sidelines with a guy we've been talking about a lot today, Will Soden. Will, what happened to the knee?
I planted and got hit, and it turned pretty bad. It's either sprained or tore a ligament in there.
Put a lot of desire coming back out here to watch the rest of the game, even though it may not be pretty to watch. Why'd you come back out here?
I've been playing here a long time. This is my last game, and I want to be here when it's over.
Really hate for it to end this way.
It's not a good ending, but it's been a good career. So.
Thank you much, Matt. You showed a lot of you showed a lot of class coming back out here, back upstairs.
Robbins on the scramble. Robbins picks up the first down at the 18-yard line of Honesdale. Let's watch it again out of the shotgun.
Look at the eyes. Looking. Everybody covered. He'll roll out. Very mobile as a quarterback. Getting out of the pocket. Little shake and bake. Fighting on the blockers. And then got rocked at the end. Dennis Everson over there to slam him down.
Ludwig, first one over as well. First down and 10. Ball's at the 17. Smith up the middle. Smith to the 10. Brian Smith looking for his third touchdown of this ball game.
Smith again on the counter, coming across and just picking his way. Almost had another alley like he did in the 2 touchdown runs.
Smith with 9 carries, 103 yards. Second down and 2. Smith, the pitch. Smith to the 5. Smith, the workhorse. Smith and Robbins come to the sideline. They huddle with George Curry. Stoico will remain on the sideline. It is first and goal for the Bulldogs. Get the feeling this has become routine for Berwick. Double wing far side. Robbins will keep it. Is Robbins in? Right on the goal line. We saw that play a couple of times last week in the Lakeland North Pocono game. Selvinus of Lakeland fakes the pitch. Heads for the guard tackle hole, tries to bring it in. Second and goal, about a half yard to go. Just about 5 minutes to go. There you see Taryn Ash. She's yet to get on the field here in the second half. Berwick with a nice 7-minute drive. Smith is in. Touchdown number 3 of the afternoon. Brian Smith, just a sophomore. Touchdown number 3, over 100 yards on the afternoon. There you see big Vinny Kishbaugh, number 77, getting up off the ground after a good block, opening up that hole. Tom Boop is on for another extra point. Perfect once again. Penalty flag once again. Could it be another face mask on an extra point? Honesdale's been nailed twice.
Illegal procedure. 6 men on the offensive line. Replay to down.
So it's against Berwick. They'll move it back 5 yards. Boop certainly has the leg to put it through there again. I think this guy takes care of the fireworks.
I believe so. And he's ready to let loose again.
He saw the flag, and he held up on that last one.
Speaking of fireworks, it's 41-0. Illegal procedure penalty. George Curry put his head in his hands.
Snap down. Kick is up. And it's good. Let it go, pal. Get out of there. Let it go. Boom. Berwick leads it. 42-0. We'll be right back.
Judy, you look a whole lot better compared to the last time I saw you. Have your symptoms cleared up pretty much?
Yes, they have. I'm feeling much better.
Haven't had a problem with cough or headache or anything like that?
Not recently.
Take a deep breath. Well, good. Things seem to be going very, very well. I think you ought to come back at some point for a checkup. It's been a while since you had a thorough physical examination.
Yeah, it's been quite some time.
I'd be interested in knowing what your cholesterol is.
Okay.
And I also think a mammogram would be a good idea.
All right.
It's been a year since your last one.
Welcome back, everybody. John Nugent along with Jason Knapp. Andy Palumbo down on the sidelines. Berwick has extended their lead over Honesdale to 42-0. Boop with the low kick. Roach fields it at the 20. Roach to the sideline and the 37-yard line. Return of 17 yards on the play. Honesdale on the offense, first time in the second half. Let's take a look at the touchdown one more time.
Mr. Smith coming through with the football and just taking it in. Berwick's dominance continuing into the second half.
Manny Henry, 75, pulling on the play, opening up the hole. There you see the junior quarterback, Dave Robbins, being attended to on the sideline. Looks like his left hand being taped up. 1st and 10 for Honesdale at their own 37. Ash off tackle. Taryn Ash to the 40-yard line. Short pickup, 2nd down. Take a look at that scoring drive. 15 plays, 66 yards, time of possession, 7 minutes plus. Smith, the 1-yard touchdown run. We haven't seen a drive like that all afternoon.
They've been scoring on those short bursts, long plays. Berwick can do it any way you like. They can grind it out as they just did. The quick hitters. It is an awesome offense, and as we saw at halftime, Nick Donato's taking lots of notes for next week's ball game.
See how long the Bulldogs will keep that first team in there. Gillo to throw. Intercepted, B.J. Hayes. Hayes down the sideline. Hayes tackled at the 27-yard line. Threw it right to him.
Good read by Hayes. Gillo may have telegraphed this one. Looking that side all the way, fires, and coverage there. Hayes stepping right up and bringing it back, and again, Berwick with superb field position.
Roach, the intended receiver. Matthews was sprinting up the sideline. He may have been the player that was open. So Robbins comes out. Dave Keck, wide receiver, defensive back. He is the backup quarterback in this game. Tom Lockhart, normally the backup, a sophomore. He is out injured. So Keck will run the team for now. Robbins is still being attended to on the sideline.
An illegal substitution on a defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
So Keck is looking at 1st and 5. I doubt if it's anything serious with Robbins. First down and 5. Whistle on the play. Expect things to start getting a little sloppy down on the field. Berwick making a host of substitutions on offense.
Dead ball, encroachment on a defense. Result will be a 1st down.
Penalty number 9 on Honesdale in this football game. That is a 1st down. Bulldogs get a gift at 10 yards. It is 1st and 10. Mason and Forsythe in the backfield now. Keck, the quarterback. This is Mason. Mason maybe loses a yard on the play. Giannetti on the tackle. 2:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Not a lot of enthusiasm on that Honesdale sideline right now.
Get a look at Mason, a future star in the making for Berwick, possibly, getting some time here in the postseason.
Mason comes out, and Smith back at the tail. Smith, the pitch. Smith is rocked. It's that Sporer, the defensive end, 23 on the hit.
He's had a nice ball game. We talked about it a little bit before. They started him out earlier this season at a linebacker spot and have moved him up, kicked him up to defensive end, utilized his speed, try to get him in the backfield a little bit more.
Clock continues to run. Berwick facing a 3rd down, 9 situation. Double wing near side. Keck down the line. Keck at the 10. Cuts it back. Inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Mr. Keck proving to be Mr. Versatility.
He may be the best athlete on this Berwick team.
That's showing it. Just plug him in at quarterback, give him the football. Runs that option keeper like a pro.
He has some Division I schools looking at him right now. There you see the junior quarterback, Dave Robbins, has his helmet off. Most likely done for the afternoon. Smith is in. Touchdown, Berwick, number 4 for Brian Smith. Brian Smith, 5 touchdowns coming into this ball game, has 4 here this afternoon. Watch it again.
Again, another big gap where Smith escaped through into the end zone.
Only took the Bulldogs 4 plays to get into the end zone. Boop on for the extra point. This kid's going to have to ice down his leg. And it's perfect once again. 1 minute, 17 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Berwick's lead over Honesdale, 49-0. An early birthday present for the Catman. Trust me when I tell you it will not be this easy next week. Nick Donato brought up a good point about playing Berwick on a neutral field, how difficult it is to play here at Crispin Field for any team that comes in here.
A lot of teams just get intimidated by the crowd, by the aura that surrounds it. Will be interesting to see how North Pocono plays out. We see Berwick obviously playing at an optimum level. North Pocono doing that as well here at the end of the season into the playoffs.
Turn Ash bobbles it at the 7. Ash now up the middle. Ash to the 24-yard line. Let's check in with Andy Palumbo. Andy?
John, we hear it a lot. Attitude is everything, and I should know because I'm always being told I have a bad one. But this is Eleanor, the Honesdale cheerleader. A smile has never left your face today, even though the team is not doing that well. How do you keep smiling through something like this?
I don't know. We just got to keep a positive attitude through the whole thing. We're not doing too bad considering how good Berwick is.
That is a pleasant attitude. Now, from what some of the players are saying here on the sideline, it's almost like they've given up on winning. They just want to put some points on the board and not be totally embarrassed, do the best they can. Back up to the booth.
I think Honesdale would love to get one on the board before they leave Crispin Field. Gillo will tuck it. Gillo will run. Gillo is pounded out of bounds at the 30. He's a tough kid. We pointed that out to you earlier. He knew he was going to take a knock. Got right back up on his feet.
It's a character builder for Honesdale, and Gillo's character may be hurting along with his body. He got rocked by B.J. Hayes.
Let's listen in on this hit. Sounded solid. B.J. Hayes gets credit. Ludwig off tackle and into the secondary. That's a 1st down. It's out to the 42-yard line. Honesdale will keep their first-team offense out there. Berwick making a number of substitutions. Second-team D is in there for them. Closing seconds of this 3rd quarter. Glad you could join us on a beautiful afternoon. Hornets in the power I. It's a Spore. A little cross-buck action over the 45 to the 46. Closing seconds, third quarter. And Honesdale will head the other way. Third quarter is in the books here at Crispin Field. Berwick's lead over Honesdale, 49-0.
Better quality makes Toyota a better value. Like Toyota 4Runner, J.D. Power and Associates conducted an independent study of new car and light truck initial quality and rated Toyota 4Runner the best in its class. Better quality, better value. Toyota 4Runner has the highest resale value of any vehicle in its class, value that could save you thousands. So whether you want to drive a 4Runner or a tough Toyota truck, you'll be driving the best, Toyota.
AFSCME, the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, in Pennsylvania, representing more than 95,000 public employees working for you, including in northeastern and north central Pennsylvania, more than 15,000 public workers of your state, counties, communities, school districts, and private nonprofit healthcare facilities. Protecting and improving your health, safety, and prosperity, AFSCME Council 13, Edward J. Keller, Executive Director.
You've always strived for something beyond the basic necessities. At the First National Bank of Berwick, we can help with a loan for whatever you have in mind. Home loans, auto loans, or personal loans, tailored to meet your individual needs at rates you can afford. So if you're ready to borrow, the First National Bank of Berwick is ready to lend, because we invest in our future by investing in your future. The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with you. Member FDIC.
If you see news happening, call the News 22 hotline, 1-800-422-9968.
Look at all the pretty faces on this gorgeous afternoon. Victory, the team mascot, Berwick going on to victory. They lead Honesdale 49-0 as we start this fourth quarter. Remember to tune in next Saturday at noon for our Championship Saturday District 2 doubleheader beginning at 11 a.m. We'll start the day off with the District 2 Class Single A Championship game featuring either Lackawanna Trail or Lakeland taking on the winner of Bishop O'Reilly Susquehanna. That game being played this afternoon. Then at 4 o'clock, we'll be back Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium for the District 2 Class AAA Championship game featuring North Pocono and Berwick. That's Championship Saturday next week exclusively on TV 22, WYOU. Turn Ash, bottled up. Ash with a short pickup on third down. Berwick knew coming in that they had to contain this guy, and they've done just that.
He's never really able to get consistency on the runs. A couple of nice runs to the outside early in the first quarter, but since then, they've really done a good job spying him, keying on him, and then keeping him in check.
Ash, his longest run of the afternoon, 15 yards, came back in the first quarter. It is now 3rd down and 4. Out of the power I go the Hornets. Ash on the pitch. Ball is loose. Who has it? Honesdale gets it back. They don't like to pitch the football to Terran Ash because he does not have the hands.
He didn't that time, and he's lucky to get this one back. Somehow he was able to fall back on it and cover up for Honesdale and make a bad situation from getting even worse.
Loss of 6 on that play. 4th down and 10. Spore comes on to punt it away. Low snap, it's bobbled. Spore up the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Spore's had a workout. That's a 25-yard punt with no return. 10:22 to go, fourth quarter. Berwick leading at 49-0. Time to take out the lineup cards. Check out some of these new numbers and new faces in the Berwick lineup. Keck will remain in at quarterback. See Mike Forsythe, number 30. He'll go at fullback. Stoico's back in at the tail. Hasn't seen all that much action. The performance put on by Smith today. Stoico, off tackle. Stopped at the line. Matthews was there, number 89. Fritz, the nose guard, was there as well. Second down. Let's check in with Andy one more time. Andy?
On the bench with Dave Robbins. Dave, what happened to the hand?
Oh, not much. I just got it slimmed off a guy's helmet. It just cracked and bleeding.
Oh, ick.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's all right.
But you're done for the day, but not because of the hand, because of the score, correct?
Yeah, because of the score. Yeah, we're gonna go with the second team.
Not a problem next week for North Pocono.
Not a problem.
And you only took 3 hits today. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Our team did a heck of a job.
Especially your offensive line.
Yeah, they did a real good job. Our offensive line did real good.
Good luck next week, and let's go back up to the booth.
Second down play. Bulldogs lose a couple of yards. Matt Isley knifing in to make the tackle. It's third down. Let's watch it again. Quick pitch. Smith didn't stand a chance that time.
Looked like fullback went and picked off the D-back, and the linebacker came in and had a free shot at Smith.
Getting back to Dave Robbins, one in a long line of outstanding quarterbacks here at Berwick High School. Of course, Ronnie Paulus now at Notre Dame. Jake Kelchner went to Notre Dame, played at West Virginia. Bo Orlando now at the Houston Oilers. Keck to attempt his first pass. Keck will run. Good move. Keck to the 40-yard line. Short of the first down. Appears Honesdale finally has their coverage down in the secondary. They were burned numerous times in the first half.
Nice to have your punt returner holding onto the football when he can't throw it to anybody.
He doesn't run like a quarterback.
Good promotions
Hey,
from
I like
the
that
Bulldogs.
Jason Canales, he knows how to get on TV. Middle linebacker, he's done for the day. Remley punts it away. It's a good one. Carmody on the run. B.J. Hayes on the tackle. Return of just a couple of yards. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Be sure to tune in to TV 22 on Thanksgiving Day for our special edition. Game of the week that starts at 10 a.m. will be in East Stroudsburg for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game featuring Stroudsburg and East Stroudsburg. That's the Thanksgiving Day special edition game of the week right here on TV 22 WYOU. Freddie Ross has quite a team there at Stroudsburg this season. First down and 10. Trap play. Ludwig, the fullback, out over the 40 to the 41.
Talked about Stroudsburg. They are in action tonight, the playoffs, hooking up with Liberty. Has some highlights of that game, plus all the other ones coming up tonight at 11:15 on Touchdown 22 Extra.
It's a pretty good show. I've watched that a couple of times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plenty of highlights, I'll tell you that. Even got Big George Foreman in the show last week.
We did have Big George.
Gillo to Roach. Roach, first down. Did Berwick recover? Nobody really getting excited at this point in the game. Brian Confer fell on the ball. Let's see. Give us an indication, guys. It's Berwick football.
Roach got hit, ball loose before the knees were down. Confer over there and gets it before it gets out of bounds.
Nobody getting excited at this point in the ball game. That's understandable. It's 49-0, but the officials didn't even make an indication. I'll have to talk with Bob Spagna about that. There we go. The band's going now. Berwick fans starting to get pumped up as they think about next week. Keck back in at quarterback. Forsythe up the middle. Pick up a 3. Some of the guys that more than likely will not see action next week against North Pocono. Getting to run a few plays now. This is a completely different Berwick football team than the one that lost to Williamsport back in week number 5.
Yeah, that kind of been a good dose of reality for them to get that loss out of the way sort of in the regular season. Williamsport played a very, very good football game, deserved to win it. I think George Curry used that game as a focal point to get his team focused each and every week, and since that ball game, they've come out and just destroyed people from the get-go. Also, the return of Mike Bennett helping them out, too. He missed the early part of the season recovering from a broken ankle, which happened this summer. Talented guy, 5 games, 5 interceptions at his defensive back, and you saw what he's done in this game offensively. Headed for Syracuse next year.
I asked him when he gets to Syracuse if he would play defensive back. He said, no way. I will be a wide receiver. Paul Pasqualoni might have something to say about that. Keck, once again, holds the football, works his way to the 35-yard line, close to the first down.
And Bennett's going to a school that's turned out some pretty fair wide receivers the last few years. As we see Keck take the football and kind of doing a lot of this on his own as he keeps it. Talked about those wide receivers at Syracuse. Check this. Art Monk, Scott Schwades, Tommy Kane, Rob Moore, and of course Kadri Ismail. Just a few of the guys that have had NFL experience out of Syracuse in the past 10 years.
How about
or so.
that catch and run by Ismail a week ago to win that game for the Vikings? He was in the doghouse early on in the season. Ismail was dropping a lot of easy footballs. Dennis Green told him he better start holding on to the thing, and he's done a super job since. See, the Bulldogs need about 6 inches for the first down. 4th down call for George Curry.
He's still coaching, working with some of those younger guys. This is a great time for him to work with some of these guys who will be here in the next couple of years, get him experience in this playoff-type atmosphere, and get him some game time.
You hear the word program. This really is a program here. George Curry knows right now who's his quarterback is going to be 5-6 years down the road. Keck on the keeper and the first down. They have quite a midget football program here in Berwick as well. On Sundays, you come here to Crispin Field, and all the little guys are out here. George Curry's in his office looking at film, going over scouting reports, and then ventures out and watches some of the midget kids go at it too. Berwick, 20 first downs in this ball game. 4:50 to go, 4th quarter. Quick pitch, Mason. Nice little run over to the 30, down to the 27. Gillow comes up to make the tackle. Had some help from Eccles. Tim Mason, another sophomore. A lot of teams, you see, they play juniors and seniors. Berwick, a lot of times, their roster just dotted with sophomores who see significant playing time. Mason and Mason in the backfield now. Tim Mason and Ryan Mason. Penalty flag. So, Jason, you saw North Pocono play last night against a very good Valley View team. What do you think we're going to see next week?
Encroachment on the defense.
Another penalty there for Honesdale. I'll tell you, John, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, North Pocono played an outstanding football game last night, and Berwick looks excellent here. I think the key for North Pocono is they've been able to really change the outlook of their offense, where it was dominated by Charles Lukey earlier in the season. They've developed a consistent passing game with their quarterback, Mark McHugh, and that's made them a more dangerous threat. The question mark, I think, will they be able to shut down Berwick's offense, which is, I think, is the one that everybody in the area agrees is most dominant.
The fullback, Mason, off tackle over the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play, 2nd down. Clock continues to wind down. Stop to move the chains. Beautiful afternoon for football. If we could just keep this up for a few more weeks. I know somehow Mother Nature is going to get even.
Personal foul on the defense. The result will be half the distance to the goal and a first down.
It's an even dozen on Honesdale today as far as penalties go. 1st and 10. 1st and goal. Fritz stops Mason at the 10. 2nd and goal. Yeah, it did not go unnoticed that George Curry and his staff has scouted the last 2 North Pocono games in person.
Honesdale reserves. Good defensive stand there.
Get ourselves a little 4th quarter entertainment out of the eye. Mason, off tackle. That's Ryan Mason, another sophomore. 5'11", 193. Third down and goal for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs averaging 42 points per ball game coming in. They've met their average and then some with 49 here this afternoon. Mason, good tackle at the 5. Ludwig comes over, make the hit. It's 4th down.
Mason taking the pitch. Able to find one seam, but not enough to get him to pay dirt. See the Berwick helmets covered with a little bit of war paint there from the red helmets of Honesdale. They have earned their battle stripes today.
Double wing near side. To Mason, lone setback. To Mason, the pitch. Mason will not get in. Stopped at the 4.
Aaron Roach stepping up, stopping that one.
Well, Berwick has been accused in the past of sometimes going for the end zone when the game is out of reach. That time, kept it on the ground, and Honesdale held them. Looking forward to next week's ball game, Berwick and North Pocono. 4 o'clock kickoff here on WYOU. We've had some memorable games between the two before. Eastern Conference Championship a few years back. Who will ever forget that incredible ending? Keith Olsemer with the touchdown reception. North Pocono going for the 2-point conversion and getting it. They get a good shot of Columbia County, town of Berwick, nearby communities. And Crispin Field, where everybody gathers on Saturday afternoon. I could never do that. I'd be scared of heights. Second down, Ash outside. Ash, first down, 21.
Take a good look, folks. That could be the final run of what has been an outstanding career for Terran Ash, the most prolific running back in Pennsylvania high school football history.
Well, with the final seconds of this ball game, time to salute our AFSCME players of the game. Ron Spora of Honesdale had a sack, a number of good tackles, a couple of receptions from his tight end position.
And plenty of punting, too.
And plenty of punting. He's going to have to ice down that leg. Brian Smith of Berwick, 4-touchdown afternoon. Congratulations to those players. Ash padding the stats a little bit here as he makes it out to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains, another first down, and that will be it. Berwick cruises in this District 2 Class 3A semifinal. And now it's time to get ready for North Pocono. Final play. And that is it. Final score for Crispin Field. Berwick shuts out Honesdale. 49-0 is the final. Let's go down, Andy Palumbo. Andy?
John, we're with a guy who spent more time in the end zone than he did on the bench today, number 44, Brian Smith. 4 TDs today. How'd you pull that off?
I just had to do what I had to do just to get into the end zone.
Probably a lot of credit goes to your offensive line. Tell me how good they are.
Well, it was supposed to, like, my runs when I run, it's supposed to go to the right. I cut it back to the left because it's the left side of the line, and, like, they're blocking it all jammed, so I just cut it back, and I just do what I have to do. The line is like they dominate.
You knew that, I'm fair to say, that going into this game you thought you were a little better than Honesdale. Did you think you'd do 4 today?
No, I didn't think so.
Are you guys already looking at North Pocono next week? You've been looking at tapes?
Yeah. Yes.
What do you think of North Pocono?
They're pretty good. They got quickness.
We'll see you on TV next week. Congratulations. Had a nice game. Let's take it back up to the booth, John and Jason.
Thanks very much, Andy. Final score once again from Crispin Field here in Berwick. Bulldogs shut out the Honesdale Hornets 49-0.
The staff at Villa Capri Incorporated would like to wish the Berwick Bulldogs all the luck in the playoffs. And we invite you to see our completely remodeled lounge, ramped entrance, and off-street parking area. Villa Capri serves delicious lunches Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and dinner daily from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Terry, Donna, and Julie would like to thank all of our friends and customers for making the past 10 years successful. For dining at its finest, visit Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick.
AFSCME